And Formula One in 2023 is go. Poor getaway for Sergio Perez. Great launch off the line from Charles Leclerc, and they're very nearly making contact into turn number one. Verstappen leads. Leclerc is up to second place. Sainz is going to battle with Sergio Perez. Perez did not get a good launch off the line as they all battle through the opening corners. It's Verstappen, then it's Leclerc. Down a place goes Sergio Perez. They're fighting in the background now. The soft tyre worked. That's an ambitious move to the inside. That's a way through. Lewis Hamilton getting past.
Contact between the Astons.
And that was very, very, very tight. So through he goes. George Russell trying to follow his teammate through. Alonso losing a couple of places. It's Verstappen, then Leclerc, Perez, Sainz. Up 2 places goes Lewis Hamilton. Russell in 6th, and Alonso did not get the opening lap that he was looking for.
On board with Stroll, and he's fighting the Mercedes of Russell, and that's a whack. That's a whack on the right rear of Fernando.
Big opportunity now for Fernando Alonso, and George Russell knows it. He goes defensive to turn number 1, parks it up, and Alonso will get another dose of DRS. He takes a different line, soaring left, soaring right. They're climbing the hill now, and Alonso knows he's got to get the move done. Russell's run out of tyres. Aston Martin versus Mercedes, and through goes Fernando Alonso to take 5th place. Oh, he gives him room, and it's going to be tight as they go through. They're side by side. Who blinks first here? And it's Alonso who manages to keep hold of the position he won a couple of corners ago.
That's Bottas ahead of both of them, by the way. Yes. Bottas has genuinely just jumped Alonso and Russell, stopped early, and on the hard tyres, no one really noticed him stealth his way into a genuine P6 right now. Alonso is surely going to be lining up Bottas for the pass here.
Alonso out of the wheel tracks and ahead of the Alfa Romeo. Up to 6th place goes Fernando Alonso. A simple pass, and he makes his way through. We saw Alonso get past Bottas last time around. That's the task ahead of George Russell. Fantastic sight of the sparks out of the back as we go down to turn 1, and Russell will line him up, try and do what Alonso did, up the hill to 4.
These two aren't best buds, are they? No. Bottas used to be in this car, and they had a bit of a infamous moment at Imola. This one should be fairly straightforward for Russell on the outside, but Bottas is fighting it all the way.
And around the outside goes George Russell. He backed the grip, and he backed the fact that his old teammate was going to make the corner. This is the battle for 2nd place in the Grand Prix. This is Perez to the inside of turn number 1, and through he goes. No defence offered at this point, but there will be now a chance for Charles Leclerc to do what he did 1 year ago and repass into turn 4. But does he have the traction off the corner? He's going to go, he's going to launch it to the inside, but Perez has the place, and it's a Red Bull 1-2. Through goes Sergio Perez.
Russell now coming in to cover off Stroll, and this could be pretty close because Stroll's done a good outlap. He's done the fastest middle sector of the entire race so far, and he was close behind George Russell, so they're covering each other off.
So Russell is going to have to bring those tyres to optimum temperature. It's going to be fairly tight for Russell. He knows it as well. Aston Martin directly behind. Tyres happier on Stroll's car as he climbs all the way through now. Russell having to defend this is very important for his race, and George Russell knows it. Can Stroll go around the outside? That's the difference in the tyre temperature, and through goes Lance Stroll past George Russell with the fastest lap of the race, and you can bet that these two are going to be aggressive out there. The first dart out of the racing line for Alonso, who will now climb the hill and try and get past his old teammate and racing rival.
This is going to be really tight. He's got DRS again. Hamilton's got to cover the inside, and he doesn't enough.
Oh, to the inside goes Fernando Alonso. That famous message all those years ago. All the time you have to leave a space.
Contact.
And that was so close on the inside. Hamilton did leave a space. Alonso slithered to the inside, and it was very slow on the apex. And it's Alonso behind Hamilton. What a strange moment at turn 4. Again, that wide line. Just soaring the Mercedes in half. Better traction, millimetres between the pair of them as they go side by side. He's not going to try around the outside, but he is going to try the inside of turn 10.
Brilliant.
What a superb move from Fernando Alonso.
Absolutely brilliant. And I think that was just absolute top shelf from Fernando Alonso.
Yes, let's go. Oscar Piastri is the only retirement from the Grand Prix so far.
No.
But as I complete that sentence, Charles Leclerc is coming to a stop.
No. Oh no, come on. What happened, guys? No power.
Charles Leclerc retires from the opening Grand Prix of the year. 2 retirements now. Ferrari's reliability problems strike once again, and it's not the start the Monegasque driver wanted. It's not the start that Fred Vasseur wanted, and it now means that Sainz and Alonso will scrap over the final podium place. Pierre Gasly took 9th position in the Grand Prix, sending it down to turn 1.
Love a move on the brakes, and he swept all the way around the outside as well. You don't see too many of them.
Yuki Tsunoda on the fresh soft tyres in a brawl with Zhou Guanyu and his teammate as they climb the hill.
So his teammate's defensive Zhou allowed Yuki to sweep past both of them, and they went very, very close. The AlphaTauris up here, and Tsunoda took the place.
With the demise of Charles Leclerc, Fernando Alonso's maximum he knew at the start of the day was going to be a place on the podium. When his teammate hit him at this corner, he would have thought that it was falling away from him, but what sort of traction has he got now? Oh, he's nearly into the back of his rival as they go down the hill, and Alonso had such better traction that he nearly creeped right into the back of Carlos Sainz.
I tell you, we not only learned it's a fast car, we've learned it's a strong car, because we had his teammate whack him as he... Is he going to do the same as he did to Hamilton?
Is he going to go to the outside, to the inside? Dare he try it again? Oh, and Sainz was wise to it, but the lockup is going to mean that they're basically parked up as they apply the power now. And Alonso gets a little bit of slipstream, and he's making the move. Sainz is nearly driving him off the road, but Fernando Alonso is onto the podium once again in Formula One. What a debut he is having with Aston Martin. In 2021, Verstappen came into his first title fight with 10 career wins in 6 seasons. 2 years later, he's heading to victory number 36. Max Verstappen dominates the Bahrain Grand Prix and takes victory at the season opener of 2023 with a superb drive to lead home a Red Bull 1-2. That has got to be a satisfying feeling for the Constructors' Champions of the world. Please welcome back to the Formula One podium for the 99th time, Fernando Alonso, who weaves across the line and celebrates a dream debut with Aston Martin. Alonso heading back to the rostrum, heading back to the podium, having provided us with some phenomenal overtakes along the way.